Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about one simple but powerful truth: the power of focus. So many people are wandering through life, chasing every shiny object, distracted by every little interruption, wondering why they never achieve their true potential. I am here to tell you that the key to success, the key to greatness, is not talent, not luck, not even opportunity, it is focus. Focus is the discipline of saying no to the distractions that seek to steal your time, your energy, and your purpose. Every successful person you admire has mastered this principle. They wake up every day knowing exactly what they are here for. They know what matters, and they ruthlessly eliminate what does not. Focus is not a one-time choice, it is a lifestyle, a habit, a commitment to living intentionally. Focus is the key to unlocking your full potential. Many people go through life unaware of the tremendous power that lies dormant within them simply because they have never learned the art of focus. Every person has talent, every person has the capacity to achieve greatness, but talent alone is not enough. Talent without focus is like a seed scattered on barren ground. It may have potential, but without attention, care, and direction, it will never grow into what it was meant to be. Focus is the lens through which your abilities are amplified. It is the discipline that channels your energy toward a single purpose, allowing you to achieve what most people only dream of. Life is full of opportunities, but without focus, opportunities pass by unnoticed. People often spread themselves too thin, trying to do many things at once, believing that busyness equals progress. But busyness without focus is chaos, and chaos produces mediocrity. To unlock your full potential, you must learn to prioritize. You must decide what matters most and give it your undivided attention. This means saying no to distractions, saying no to temporary pleasures that do not serve your long-term goals, and saying yes to the work that will shape your future. Focus is not just about eliminating distractions, it is about directing your mind, body, and spirit toward meaningful action. It is about having a vision so clear that every step you take is aligned with that vision. When you focus, you begin to see possibilities that others miss. You start to notice patterns, opportunities, and solutions that remain invisible to those whose attention is scattered. Focus is the engine that transforms potential into performance, ideas into results, and dreams into reality. It requires patience, persistence, and a deep understanding of your own priorities. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack the focus to see their projects through. They are easily swayed by every new trend, every new suggestion, every new distraction, and in doing so, they dilute their own power. To unlock your full potential, you must cultivate the habit of focus daily. This means setting clear goals, breaking them into actionable steps, and committing to follow through no matter what challenges arise. It means understanding that excellence is not achieved overnight, but through consistent, focused effort over time. Your potential is like a muscle, it grows stronger the more you exercise it with intention and concentration. Focus gives you clarity in decision-making, confidence in your abilities, and the strength to overcome obstacles that would otherwise derail your progress. It allows you to dedicate your energy to what truly matters, rather than wasting it on fleeting distractions. When you embrace focus, you create momentum, and momentum is what propels you beyond the limits you once thought were fixed. You begin to live intentionally, rather than reactively, taking control of your life instead of letting life control you. Focus sharpens your vision, strengthens your discipline, and empowers you to achieve goals that once seemed out of reach. It transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results, and it separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain average. It is the single most powerful tool in the pursuit of excellence, and those who master it unlock doors to opportunities, success, and personal growth that are unavailable to those who drift aimlessly through life. Distractions are the enemy of progress, eliminate them ruthlessly. In every person's life, there are countless forces vying for attention, pulling the mind in different directions, and stealing the energy that should be devoted to meaningful work. Distractions are not always obvious, some come in the form of noise, social media, unnecessary commitments, or even people who do not share your vision. Others are internal: self-doubt, fear, procrastination, or a wandering mind that jumps from one thought to another without purpose. The problem with distractions is that they are silent thieves. They take away your time, your focus, and your energy without you even realizing it, and by the time you notice, hours, days, or even years have passed with nothing substantial to show for them. Progress, achievement, and success require deep concentration, yet many fail to understand that focus is fragile. Even small interruptions can derail momentum and break the rhythm necessary for high-level performance. To make progress, you must identify the sources of distraction in your life and deal with them decisively. It is not enough to wish distractions away or to hope they will disappear on their own. You must act intentionally. If a habit, a person, or an activity does not serve your purpose, it must be minimized or removed entirely. This requires courage because some distractions are comfortable. They are familiar, easy, and painless in the short term, but they rob you of long-term achievement. Eliminate them ruthlessly because every moment spent on what does not matter is a moment stolen from what does. Learning to say no is an essential skill in this battle. Saying no to distractions allows you to say yes to your purpose, your goals, and your potential. It means protecting your time as though it were the most precious resource in existence because, in truth, it is. Every minute spent in distraction is a minute you cannot reclaim. The world is designed to pull your attention in countless directions, and if you do not guard it, your focus will be scattered, your energy depleted, and your potential unrealized. To eliminate distractions, you must also create an environment that supports your focus. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth, design spaces that allow concentration, and adopt routines that keep you aligned with your priorities. Discipline yourself to check your phone less, limit social media, and resist the temptation to engage in meaningless tasks. Focus is a skill that grows stronger when distractions are minimized, and it weakens when your attention is constantly fragmented. You must commit to this practice daily because distractions are relentless and will never disappear entirely on their own. Recognize that every great achievement in history required the individual to resist distractions and remain committed to the task at hand. The ability to concentrate, to ignore the noise, and to invest energy only in what matters separates those who achieve extraordinary results from those who remain average. Eliminate distractions ruthlessly because clarity of mind and intensity of effort are your most powerful allies in the pursuit of success. As you practice this discipline, you will notice your productivity soar. Your confidence grow, and your ability to overcome challenges strengthen. Distractions are not just obstacles, they are tests of your commitment to your purpose, and how you respond determines whether you will reach your potential or remain stalled in mediocrity. A clear purpose is the compass that guides your focus. Every great achievement, every remarkable life, begins with a vision, a sense of direction that anchors all actions and decisions. Without purpose, people drift aimlessly, reacting to circumstances instead of creating their own reality. Life presents endless options, countless paths, and innumerable distractions, and without a guiding purpose, it is easy to be pulled in multiple directions, losing sight of what truly matters. Purpose provides clarity. It tells you where to invest your time, your energy, and your resources. It acts like a lighthouse in the midst of a storm, giving you a fixed point to navigate toward while waves of confusion and uncertainty crash around you. When your purpose is clear, decisions become easier. You no longer waste time pondering what to do next because every choice is measured against the question, does this move me closer to my purpose? Purpose also fuels motivation. When you know why you are doing something, the challenges, setbacks, and sacrifices required to achieve it no longer feel like burdens. They become stepping stones, necessary parts of the journey. People who lack purpose often give up at the first sign of difficulty because they have no compelling reason to endure the struggle. But when purpose is present, every obstacle becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, to refine your strategy, and to reaffirm your commitment to your vision. Purpose gives meaning to your actions. The work you do, the time you spend, the relationships you cultivate, all gain significance when aligned with a greater objective. It is the difference between living a life that simply exists and a life that truly matters. Furthermore, purpose sharpens focus because it eliminates distractions. When you have a clear understanding of what you are meant to achieve, the trivialities of life, the gossip, the fleeting pleasures, the endless notifications, lose their grip on your attention. You begin to guard your time and energy fiercely, investing them only in what contributes to your overarching goal. Purpose also inspires perseverance. Life will test your commitment in countless ways, presenting challenges that may seem insurmountable. But purpose acts as a tether, holding you steady even when circumstances threaten to pull you off course. It reminds you of the bigger picture, the end goal, and the reason you started in the first place. People with purpose create momentum. Each step they take is intentional, deliberate, and aligned with their vision. They understand that small, consistent actions compounded over time lead to extraordinary results. Purpose is not merely a lofty idea, it is a practical tool for achieving success. It guides planning, influences behavior, and determines priorities. Without it, even the most talented individuals can wander aimlessly, never realizing their true potential. Purpose gives your life structure, your efforts direction, and your mind clarity. It is the compass that transforms confusion into certainty, hesitation into action, and dreams into tangible results. Those who live without purpose are at the mercy of circumstance, while those who define their purpose take control of their destiny, steering their lives with intention and determination. Purpose ignites passion because when you understand why you are here and what you are meant to accomplish, every day becomes an opportunity to make meaningful progress. Your energy is no longer scattered, your goals no longer vague, and your potential no longer untapped. Control your mind, feed it with vision, starve it of negativity. The mind is the most powerful tool you possess, and yet so many people allow it to be hijacked by fear, doubt, and distraction. Your thoughts shape your reality, determine your actions, and ultimately define your destiny. If your mind is cluttered with negativity, confusion, or uncertainty, your life will reflect that chaos. But when you take deliberate control of your thoughts, you gain the ability to create the life you desire. The first step to mastering your mind is awareness. You must recognize the quality of your thoughts, the patterns that dominate your thinking, and the influences you allow into your mental space. Most people are unaware of how often their minds drift toward worry, comparison, or self-doubt, and this lack of awareness limits their ability to perform at their highest level. By paying attention to your mental habits, you can begin to intercept destructive thoughts before they take root and replace them with empowering, productive thinking. Feeding your mind with vision means focusing on your goals, your purpose, and the possibilities that lie ahead. It means immersing yourself in ideas that inspire growth, fuel ambition, and expand your capacity for achievement. Vision is not merely daydreaming, it is the mental rehearsal of success, the consistent visualization of the outcomes you desire. When your mind is filled with vision, it develops clarity, creativity, and determination. Starving your mind of negativity is equally important. Negativity comes in many forms: fear of failure, self-criticism, toxic relationships, pessimistic news, or even lingering doubts about your abilities. If allowed to dominate, these influences will erode confidence, drain energy, and derail progress. Just as a plant cannot grow in poor soil, your potential cannot flourish in a negative mental environment. Eliminating these influences requires discipline, conscious choice, and sometimes, sacrifice. Surround yourself with positivity, limit exposure to what does not serve you, and refuse to entertain thoughts that diminish your worth or your vision. Control over the mind also involves self-talk. The way you speak to yourself determines how you feel, the decisions you make, and the actions you take. Replace criticism with encouragement, fear with courage, and doubt with conviction. The mind thrives on repetition and belief, so consistently reinforcing empowering messages rewires your thinking toward success. Another critical aspect of mental control is focus. When you allow your mind to flit from one distraction to another, you dilute your energy and reduce your effectiveness. By concentrating on what matters, you direct your mental power where it counts most, producing results that would be impossible with scattered thinking. Discipline is essential because the mind will resist control, often reverting to old habits of worry, distraction, or negativity. Persistence in guiding your thoughts is what transforms potential into performance. As you practice control, your mind becomes an ally, a source of clarity, creativity, and resilience. It allows you to respond to challenges with calm, think strategically under pressure, and pursue your goals with unwavering commitment. The more intentional you are about feeding your mind with vision and starving it of negativity, the more unstoppable you become in every area of your life. A disciplined mind creates opportunity, builds confidence, and ensures that your focus remains aligned with your purpose, giving you the power to shape your reality rather than being shaped by circumstances. Consistent, focused action turns dreams into reality. Too often, people believe that having a vision or a goal is enough to achieve success, but a vision without action is nothing more than a wish. Dreams remain intangible until they are paired with deliberate, persistent effort. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the tangible step that transforms ideas into results, plans into achievements, and potential into performance. Many people fail not because they lack ability or knowledge, but because they fail to act consistently. They start strong, full of enthusiasm, but when challenges arise, motivation wanes, and effort becomes sporadic. Consistency is the force multiplier of action. Even small steps, taken daily and with intention, accumulate into significant progress over time. Focused action ensures that every step you take moves you closer to your goal. Random or scattered efforts waste energy and yield minimal results, but action guided by clarity and purpose compounds into momentum. Momentum is the key to sustaining effort because once it builds, it makes continued progress easier, faster, and more natural. Consistent action also develops discipline, and discipline is the backbone of achievement. When you commit to showing up, even when you do not feel like it, you strengthen your ability to overcome resistance, doubt, and fatigue. Every task completed, every goal pursued, reinforces the habit of action, creating a cycle of productivity that propels you forward. Focused action requires clarity of purpose. You cannot act effectively if you are unsure of what you want to achieve or why it matters. Clarity provides direction, preventing wasted energy and ensuring that every effort contributes meaningfully to your vision. It allows you to prioritize, plan, and execute with precision, reducing the distractions and detours that slow progress. Another aspect of focused action is resilience. Challenges, setbacks, and failures are inevitable, but consistent action teaches you to persevere. Each obstacle becomes an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Action is not about perfection, it is about persistence and progress. The act of doing, even imperfectly, is more powerful than endless preparation or hesitation. Over time, small, repeated actions compound into results that exceed expectations. They build confidence, demonstrate capability, and create opportunities that would never exist without movement. Focused action also inspires others and attracts support. People notice commitment, determination, and effort, and they are drawn to those who consistently move toward their goals. Your actions become proof of your seriousness, and they open doors that remain closed to those who only talk or dream. Consistency in action develops mastery because repetition fosters learning, skill, and efficiency. Every attempt teaches you something new, refines your methods, and brings you closer to excellence. Dreams are fragile, but action gives them life, energy, and reality. Without action, your potential remains untapped, your talents underutilized, and your vision unfulfilled. Focused, consistent action transforms possibility into achievement, turning aspirations into tangible outcomes. Those who act decisively, persistently, and purposefully create lives of impact, abundance, and fulfillment. Action is not optional for success, it is the very engine that drives it forward, connecting vision with reality, effort with results, and determination with accomplishment. What you focus on grows. Choose your focus wisely. Life constantly presents choices, distractions, and influences, each competing for a piece of your attention. Your mind is a garden, and whatever you plant and nurture will flourish. If you focus on fear, failure, or negativity, those elements will grow in strength and dominate your thoughts, actions, and ultimately your life. Conversely, when you focus on purpose, growth, and opportunity, you cultivate a mindset that produces progress, achievement, and fulfillment. Many people drift through life allowing their focus to be determined by circumstance, by other people's opinions, or by fleeting impulses. They wonder why their results never match their potential, why their dreams remain unfulfilled, and why life feels out of control. The answer lies in the power of focus. What you choose to give your attention to dictates the quality of your life. Focus is not just thinking about something, it is directing your mental, emotional, and physical energy toward a particular outcome with intentionality and persistence. Every successful person understands this principle. They do not scatter their efforts or allow their energy to be stolen by every passing distraction. Instead, they identify what is most important, invest their attention there, and protect their focus with discipline and consistency. The mind is highly influenced by repetition. Thoughts, beliefs, and habits are strengthened through regular attention and practice. If you consistently dwell on doubt, fear, or limitations, those patterns become ingrained, shaping your behavior and limiting your potential. But if you repeatedly focus on solutions, growth, and opportunity, you create new mental pathways that empower you to act decisively, overcome challenges, and achieve results that once seemed impossible. Choosing your focus wisely also involves awareness of external influences. Media, relationships, environments, and social pressures can either support your goals or derail your progress. By carefully selecting what you consume, who you associate with, and the environments you inhabit, you protect your mental space and reinforce your ability to focus on what truly matters. Focus also magnifies effort. A small, concentrated action toward a clear goal produces far greater results than scattered, inconsistent attempts across multiple areas. Like a magnifying glass concentrating sunlight to ignite fire, focused energy accelerates growth and brings results faster. Furthermore, focus determines resilience. Life will inevitably challenge you with setbacks, obstacles, and distractions. If your attention is fixed on your purpose, setbacks become temporary, challenges become manageable, and distractions lose their power to derail you. When you understand that your focus shapes your reality, you begin to take control of your life. You realize that attention is a resource more valuable than time, and how you allocate it dictates your success. It is the lens through which opportunities are seen, decisions are made, and achievements are realized. Choosing your focus wisely empowers you to rise above chaos, overcome mediocrity, and cultivate a life of clarity, purpose, and extraordinary results. Every moment spent attending to what nurtures growth, purpose, and vision compounds into momentum that propels you forward. Your life is a reflection of what you consistently nurture in your mind, and by directing your focus intentionally, you have the power to shape a future that aligns with your highest potential.